Breaking free from screen addiction. Are you finding it impossible to put your phone down, even when you know it's affecting your life? Trust me, you're not alone, and there's a simple shift that can help you break free from that endless scrolling. I used to be a slave to my screen. I'd mindlessly scroll through social media, watch YouTube videos, or play games for hours on end, and it wasn't until I realized how much it was impacting my daily life that I decided to make a change. I was tired of feeling drained, tired of feeling like I was wasting my time, and tired of feeling like I was missing out on real life. The truth is, I was using my screen as an escape from my problems. I was using it to avoid dealing with stress, anxiety, and uncertainty. But the more I used it, the more I felt like I was losing control. I knew I had to take drastic measures to break free from this cycle. So I set a goal for myself, to drastically reduce my screen time. It wasn't going to be easy, but I knew it was necessary. I wanted to regain control over my life, focus on what truly mattered, and start living in the present moment. I used to think that reducing screen time was impossible, that it was something only monks or hermits could do. But the more I learned about it, the more I realized that it was just a matter of making a conscious decision to change. And that's exactly what I did. My high screen time was a result of distractions, of letting myself get sidetracked by notifications, emails, or messages. It was a result of using my phone as a way to avoid boredom, to avoid feeling uncomfortable, or to avoid dealing with difficult emotions. But the truth is, the more I used my phone, the more I felt disconnected from myself and the world around me. I used to think that I needed my phone to stay connected, to stay informed, or to stay entertained. But the more I used it, the more I realized that it was actually doing the opposite. It was isolating me, it was distracting me, and it was controlling me. I knew I had to find a way to break free from this cycle of addiction. I knew I had to find a way to overcome my fears, my insecurities, and my doubts. And that's exactly what I did. I started by identifying the areas where I was wasting the most time. I realized that social media was my biggest weakness, so I deleted the apps from my phone. I realized that email was another big distraction, so I set specific times to check my inbox. And I realized that YouTube was another huge time suck, so I limited my watching to specific times of the day. I also started using tools to track my screen time, to block distracting websites, and to remind me to take breaks. I started setting goals for myself, like reading a book instead of scrolling through my phone. And I started practicing mindfulness, meditation, and journaling to help me stay present and focused. But the biggest shift I made was in my mindset. I realized that I didn't need my phone to be complete, to be happy, or to be entertained. I realized that I was enough, that I was worthy, and that I was capable of overcoming my addiction. There was a pivotal moment when I realized that I didn't need my phone to feel connected to others. I was at a coffee shop surrounded by people, and I felt a strong urge to pull out my phone and start scrolling. But then I looked around and saw how many people were doing the same thing. And in that moment, I realized that we were all missing out on real connections, on real conversations, and on real life. That moment changed everything for me. It made me realize that I didn't need my phone to feel worthy, to feel loved, or to feel accepted. It made me realize that I was enough, just as I was. Since reducing my screen time, I've experienced a huge shift in my focus, my productivity, and my well-being. I'm more present, more mindful, and more in control. I'm able to focus on what truly matters, to pursue my passions, and to live life on my own terms. If you're struggling with screen time, I want to encourage you to take control. Subscribe and share your experiences with me in the comments below, and check out my other video on digital wellness for more tips and strategies.